Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In this video, we shall discuss about the major conflicts, fights and attacks on Muslims while remembering or mourning their religious Islamic hero Hussain Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, who was from Muhammad, peace be upon him. So, kindly keep stayed with us till the end of the video. And you can subscribe the channel if you have not done it yet. Thank you. See the screen and read the ayat 36 of Surah Tawbah from Holy Quran with your attention by learning about respect and honor for Islamic months including Muharram and what message Allah is giving us in these days to do or do not. Muharram. Muharram is a month of remembrance and modern Muslims refer to the 10th day of the Muharram as Ashura. Ashura literally means 10th in Arabic. It is famous for its historical significance and mourning for the brutal martyrdom of Hussain ibn Ali, the grandson of Muhammad, peace be upon him. It is one of the 4 holy months of the year when fighting is forbidden. This is the second holy month after Ramadan, considered best for fasting. The sighting of the new moon is at the beginning of the Islamic month of New Year, Muharram. The first month, Muharram, is one of the 4 holy months mentioned in the Quran, with the 7th month of Rajab and immediately after the 11th and 12th month of Dhul Qad and Dhul Hajj respectively. During these holy months, fighting is forbidden. In the months before the advent of Islam, the Quraysh and Arabs also forbade war. Muslims start mourning from the first night of Muharram and continue till Muharram 10, the 10th of Muharram, which is known as Ashura Day. The last few days, including Ashura, are the most important because they were the days when Hussain and his family and followers, including women, children, and elderly, were deprived of the water on 7th and 10th of Muharram. Hussain and 72 of his followers were killed by Yazid's army at the Battle of Karbala on Yazid's order. Survivors of the Hussein's family and his followers were captured, taken to Damascus and imprisoned there. Shia Muslims mourn the martyrdom of Hussain ibn Ali and his family, honor the martyrs by praying and refrain from happy events. Shia Muslims do not usually fast on 10th Muharram, but some do not eat or drink until Zohar afternoon, to be part of their sympathy with Hussain. There is also an important pilgrimage book, the Pilgrimage Ashura, about Hussain ibn Ali. In the Shiite, it is popular to read this pilgrimage on this date. The day Hussain ibn Ali was martyred in the Battle of Karbala, Shia Muslims mourn this day while Sunni Muslims fast on this day along with mourning. And Sunni Muslims mourn the martyrs of Karbala. Many Sufi Muslims fast for this reason, as mentioned by the Sunnis, but also for those who were martyred in Karbala. Now we shall discuss about the terrorist attacks during Ashur. The first one and the biggest one was on 10th October 680, which was 10th Muharram of 61 after Hijri. The biggest terrorism on 10th Muharram was in the ground of Karbala that happened on 72 persons. These 72 persons were Hussain and his followers and were killed by thousands of the terrorist soldiers appointed by Ibn Ziyad under the direction of Yazid, who was the head of all these terrorists. Anyway, on the day of Ashura, there have been terrorist attacks against Shia Muslims in many countries, the root causes of which are Muslim Sactrianism and international and non-Muslim conspiracies to take advantage of this Shia-Sunni divide. In 1940, a bomb was hurled at an Ashura procession in Delhi on February 21. Then in 1994, a bomb blast at Imam Raza Shrine in Mashhad, Iran took place, killing 20 people. After that, in 2nd March of 2004 in Karbala, Iraq, bombing a Shia pilgrimage, killing 178 people and injuring 5,000. Then, 19 January 2008, Basra and Iraq. Clashes between Iraqi troops and Shia members happened, resulting in 263 killings in Iraq. Whereas in December 28, 2009, in Karachi, Pakistan, bomb blast during Ashura procession killed dozens and injured hundreds of the people. On 15 December 2010, detention of 200 Shia Muslims in a place in Selangor, Malaysia, Seri Gombak, known as Hauza, Imam Ali Arda, Hauza Arida. Then, in December 2011, bomb blast kills 30 persons in Iraq, Hilla, and Baghdad during Ashura procession. While in 2011, December 6 in Afghanistan, during Ashura procession, suicidal attacks killed 63 people. And on 24th October of 2015, 3 blasts during mosques Ashura procession in Dhaka, Bangladesh, resulted in 1 killed and 80 injured. It is believed that distortion of some historical facts increased divisions amongst Muslims, which greatly affected the religion of Islam, and the role of the historians of that time in today's Sactrianism cannot be ignored, whose references are still given today in books and speeches. Wallah alam, surely Allah is knowing and best aware. Undoubtedly, the guidance for us is only in the book of Allah, which He revealed to our last Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The distortion of the following historical facts has harmed severely the Ummah. Number 1, the Khalifa issue after the demise of last Prophet, peace be upon him. Then, disagreements and views on the dignity of Prophet's companion and of the honor and respect of family of the Prophet, peace be upon him. One reason is distortion or concealment of some facts about the incident of Karbala. And the last one is different methods of payments for some worships and Sharia matters of the religion by different sects. At different times, especially since the 18th century, the hatred has intensified in these divisions due to the harsh views and attitudes of the famous scholars towards their opposing sects. Scholars of different sects, however, make up for their shortcomings with statements and ideologies against their opponents. In some cases, silence and expediency is better in favor of religion. And even if there is disagreement, there is a need for encouragement and a way to listen to disagreements. With a generous heart and open mind, so that the differences can be resolved instead of escalating. We need to move beyond insecurity, impatience, and intolerance in our Muslim society and promote a culture of protection, patience, and tolerance. This will be the good for Muslims and better for Islam. One of the important things to keep in mind for all Muslims is that all these incidents of terror are accelerating after the Second World War. Point to be noted, after Second World War, when the Zionist powers are on the rise and all their efforts are to bring down the Muslims and Islam, we have to prove it. So we all have to be vigilant and show unity by holding fast to the rope of Allah. Today, I get very sad to see the Ummah fighting over small things, making big issues, and then being divided. Rather, you may understand that my heart cries tears of blood over this situation. Did Hussain, along with his family and comrades, sacrifice for this? Hussain taught us the lesson of fighting falsehood, and today we are fighting each other. The Ummah, for which the Hussein's family shed blood in Karbala, and Prophet had been shedding his precious tears by waking up at nights for his Ummah. And today, that Ummah considers it a reward or a swab to shed the blood of each others. All of us are now ready for sending each other to hell. Fatwas and wishes to send their Muslim brothers and sisters to this hell are their aspirations. We forget that the Prophet sought refuge for the Ummah from hell, which he said that I will not go and will not agree until my last Ummah person even goes to paradise. Brothers and sisters, I wish we would understand and take care. Our Prophet, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, forbade even a kafir to be called a kafir. That would offend or hurt him. And today, we Muslims keep calling each other as kafir. We are forgetting human dignity and even the sanctity of human life. Everyone has created their own circle of Islam, from which thinking to get out becomes kufr. In our Islam, even an infidel was safe in Islamic society, but how have we made our Islam today that even Muslims are not safe with the hands of Muslims in this society? Come out of the sects and think for religion. Leave the path of hatred and sectarianism and follow the path of Deen Mustafa, the path on which Hussain, along with his family and comrades, died on the way. Let us all adopt this sect which belonged to the sect of Muhammad, which belonged to the companion, the sect which belonged to his family, the sect of Pantan Pak, and the sect of Hussain. Let us embrace religion. Let us embrace deen. Let us embrace Islam instead of embracing a sect. Whoever is a Muslim, no matter what the sect he belongs to, he should remember the incident of Karbala and the persecution and violence that befell to Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, his family and comrades in those days. Not much, just 2 drops of tears must be shed from our eyes after remembering by heart the violence and torture the beloved persons of our Prophet faced in Arab desert. Believe me, the hereafter will be bright, and even those who are like me will find some place in paradise. I pray to God that He fills our zikr with love of Hussain, heart with ache of Hussain, chest with grief of Hussain, eyes with tears of Hussain, tongue with talk of Hussain, memories with thought of Hussain, and practice with acts of Hussain. At least some glimpses of above we are all Muslims must feel. Ameen. Ya Rabbul Alameen. Ya Zul Jalali wal Ikram. Oh, the Lord of the world. Oh, the glorious ones. Allah Hafiz.